Hi guys, my name is Jenna if you guys are new here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to our February Plan With Me video. Okay guys, I'm just gonna say this, I'm really happy January is over and I am ready to move on to February now. If this is the first time or the second time that you guys are seeing me, I make these monthly Plan With Me videos every single month because this is the way that I keep my life in check, okay? I have so many things going on all the time, just like everybody else, and I feel like the only way sometimes that I can get rid of some of that stress and take control of the things that stress me out is to just plan everything out. So I have a really good system in the ways that I plan out my life, and that includes digital planning with Notion. We have yearly goals, monthly goals, a reflection, a free template for you guys. We also have content planning on Rella, where I'll show you guys a sneak peek of what content you guys can expect next month. And then I also have a doodle planner. I'm gonna start with this. This is a Shop ARL doodle planner, which is a mixture of a traditional paper planner. This is where I put all of my daily to-dos, but it's also a coloring book, a bullet journal, a habit and mood tracker, scrapbook, memories, everything. But if you guys are new here, or if you maybe found me last month in the 2025 planning video, I hope you guys will subscribe and stick around. This is a sit down monthly series where I go through all of my goals with you guys, and I spent the last week honestly like preparing everything, so I just want you guys to remember that when you see all of this, like this wasn't just done in a moment. I spent the last week really thinking about what I wanted for the new month and also just planning everything out, like taking my time with all of the planning things, not just doing it all at once to rush through it. And I really like this setup overall, so I think that's everything. Let's just go ahead and get started. Also, you guys, I just finished doing my nails. Aren't they so pretty? I do my nails at home every single week if you guys are new here, and I also have my full ring stack. If you're curious what this ring stack is, I'll just link everything in the description box below. I love these nails. I'm wearing red for Valentine's Day and pink for Valentine's Day. Okay, let's get started with our doodle planner. I love this thing so much. A lot of you guys have told me and DM'd me that you got this too, but I do want to start and show you guys a couple of spreads that I made that are new, that were not in last month's Plan With Me video for the year. So I spent all of January just like adding small things here and there, and I didn't even finish everything I wanted to, but I just want to show you guys what I did because I think it's cute. This is the cover page where I just put my name, but I added some stickers. These are all Shop ARL stickers too, so I think that these were really pretty. And then I created a title page. I make one of these almost every single year where I just write out like what year it actually is, and I think it looks really nice. So that's our cover page. I didn't show you guys that either. And then I filled out my reflections and stuff, and then my goals, and then this is my beginning of the year blank spread. It's just a picture of me and my fiance and our dog to just show what I looked like at the beginning of the year and also what I did. Thomas and I went on a cabin trip to Luray, Virginia, so that was really fun. I vlogged it all on Instagram if you're curious. And then I have a couple, oh, I forgot I did this too. This is a what I want in 2025, like what I want 2025 to be. And then I just did a quote page next to it that says begin again for like a new year. I mixed my Dewey Studios stickers and then also these like planner stickers that I got for my birthday in between writing out all the things that I want in 2025. So this is just something that I feel like anyone can do. You don't have to have like good handwriting or anything. You just write out what you want, maybe bold your big things, but then write out everything else and just put stickers around it. Like I think it's so fun. And then I just balanced it out with the quote page. And then this blank, I still need to make my bingo card. Oops, I didn't make that yet. But I love this planner because there's so many blank spreads in the beginning of the year for you to just write down whatever you want. And then this was January's theme. Let me show you guys my updated habit and mood trackers. This is how January went. So as you guys can see, I think I did really well with my habits overall. Like I journaled a lot. Like this is a lot of journaling for me. I've literally never been so consistent with journaling. I was really good with my exercise routine. I read a lot, 10K steps, 7 hours of sleep. I slept so much in January because if you guys are caught up in the videos, I just have a really good night and morning routine right now. I was really consistent with studying Korean this month. So yeah, this all looks really good. Like I'm really proud of myself for all of the habits that I did keep up with, but the mood tracker is not the best. I just think the last 2 weeks were really hard and just all the things that happened since. Yeah, January started off really well, I think, and then it just kind of trailed off into the end of the month of just not feeling the best, but it's okay. I think it's nice to track these to just be aware of how I'm feeling. It still looks really pretty. So like hopefully at the end of the year or a couple months from now, I'll look back at this and think, okay, yeah, I had some bad days, but it's still a complete picture and like I still got through it, you know? Yeah, those are the habit and mood trackers. And then this is my January memories page. I usually print out photos from my HP Sprocket. It's really nice because they print out on sticker paper and you don't actually even need to buy ink. You just need to buy the actual photos and then you can print print out whatever you want via Bluetooth. So I printed out one of the books that I read in January. I went on a lot of venue tours for my wedding that I'm planning. I cooked a lot at home, and then I also got coffee with my friend Emily that I hadn't seen in a really long time. So these are just the memories that I want to document. I do this every single month, and I always love showing this to you guys because this is why I like this journal. Like, you can be very minimal. Like, in my opinion, this is a very minimal spread, but in the end, like, it doesn't have to be very pretty. It just is whatever you want. So it's just 4 photos from the month that I stuck into my planner, wrote about it, and that's like how I like to use this. So, okay, and now for the February theme reveal. It's flowers. Look, isn't it so pretty? Oh my God, I think it's literally gorgeous. It's so pretty. I actually did this all weekend when I was home in Maryland with my dad. It was just so much fun, honestly, coloring. I used a mixture of pinks, a purple, and then a little bit of like this coral to give myself just an overall pinky color palette for February. I think it's so cute. I hope you guys like it. I do post all of my bullet journal spreads on my bullet journal Instagram if you guys are curious. Oh my gosh, here's the monthly. Isn't that just so cute? I think it's literally gorgeous. And then here's the empty habit and mood trackers. I did actually plan out my February memories page. I'll put my photos here. I just had extra time, honestly. And then this is how the weeklies look. I think it's so pretty. I love it. I know it looks pretty intricate, but you're literally just coloring in like flowers and stuff. I used to make spreads all on my own, but I just kind of stopped prioritizing making my own spreads. And so now I have this planner that helps me pre-make all the spreads, and I just have to color it in. And it's just such a nice way to slow down as someone that is so busy all the time. I feel like I need to like set time aside to slow down and give myself some self-care. So that's why I love the doodle planner. And if you guys have this too, tag me on Instagram so I can see how you guys colored February because I'm very curious. Now let's move on to our annual goals. Okay, if you guys are new here, this is my free Notion template. I made this brand new for you guys. It's a fully free template. I do want to say, since I made this template free for you guys, I do have a little blurb on the template that says you can buy me a coffee if you want to donate just like $5 or something, because I did spend a lot of time making this a brand new free template for you. This is the same template that I use, and it's the same template that we'll go through every single month together. And it's fully free, but if you ever feel so inclined, like buy me a coffee, thank you so much. And for those of you that already bought me a coffee, thank you so much. It genuinely makes my day because I get a notification and it's just not something I really ever expect. That's why I didn't want to make this template like a paid template. So it's just always like a really nice pick me up when you guys are giving me anything at all. But it's totally optional. You don't have to. I just want you guys to use this template at all. That's why I wanted to make it free. This is your home page, and we are going to go to our yearly goals. Okay, this is actually really good because I kind of forgot, honestly, what my goals are this year. I do know that I like to make my monthly goals based off of what my yearly goals are. So it's just nice to give ourselves a refresher every single month because a whole month can go by and you forget what your goals are. So it's just nice to kind of check in with ourselves and look at everything together. We're just going to go through every single one very, very quickly because a lot of these are just going to say like if I'm on track with things or if I'm not, and more reflection and like planning and stuff is really in the monthly goals, but I do think it's really important to look at the yearly ones together too. One activity alone every month. Okay, technically I did do this, but not intentional time. I'm gonna change this to quarter because I really want to challenge myself to do things alone, but like not just like go to a coffee shop by myself. Like I do that all the time already, you know? I want to like go to a concert alone or go to the movies by myself or like go to a coffee shop with the intention of just like reading, not doing work, just doing things outside of my comfort zone. So I'm going to change it to every quarter because I think that that's more attainable for me because it's not like the biggest priority. It's just something I would like to do. So yeah, I actually feel good about that change. Complete something for the wedding each month. Yes, we did complete something. I don't know if it's in my monthly goals, so I'm just going to say it here. Thomas and I did choose a wedding venue and we put down our first deposit. So that is like a huge, huge check mark off our wedding to-do list. I'm going to make a whole separate wedding planning series for you guys so I can talk about things in more detail and depth and stuff. But I did complete something for the wedding this month and we have our venue. Read 10 books this year. I'm definitely on track with that. I'll talk about that more later. Learn how to actually journal more. I'm definitely on track with that too. I've been journaling so much. It's mainly having this AM journal. Like the thing is having not a prompted journal, but just guided, you know, in general, there's like free form, affirmations, actions, gratitude, and affirmations. Like just having something very small like that makes journaling feels so much more attainable for me. And I love spending my mornings journaling specifically. So having a journal that I feel like actually motivates me to want to journal is really important. So I've been definitely journaling more. And then being more consistent with cleaning the house. Yes, I'm definitely on track with that too. Korean, consistently take Korean classes. Yes, I'm about to finish my very first Korean class of 2025, but it'll be like my 6th course or something that I've ever taken this month in February. So that will be really nice. Study Korean vocab and grammar every week. Yes, absolutely. I've been doing that. I'm definitely in a good habit of studying every single week and then practice Korean more in person. I'm definitely, I think, working on that. I've been trying to practice more with Thomas because he is fluent in Korean, to just say like, okay, here's what I learned today. And we're watching more Korean shows and stuff. So it's been very nice. I just definitely want to make sure I keep it in intention to practice more Korean, actually like speaking it out loud outside of class. Health and fitness, complete a 75-day challenge. I haven't done that yet. I went into this year thinking I was going to do 75 hard, and I just don't think I am. But I do want to complete a 75-day challenge at some point this year. It's just a matter of like when I start it, but it did not end up being January. Prioritize balanced movement every month. Yes, I definitely have done that. I've done a mixture of Pilates, strength, running, walking a lot this month. I'm on track with that. Running for fun. Yes, on track with that. Cooking more at home and eating out less. You guys, I've been so good about this in January. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I try my best to post, like not every single time, but most of the time, the things that I'm cooking at home. And because I plan out my meals every single week for at least dinners that week, it just makes cooking at home so nice. And maybe it's just a mindset shift though. I feel like this is the first year that I like very honestly actually want to start cooking more at home. So it's been really nice. I've been really enjoying cooking, and it's something that Thomas and I do together like at least half the time. So I really like it. I've been cooking so much more at home, and I made so much Korean food this month too. I made like sundubu. We made like a duck stir fry. Just a lot of things, honestly. It's been so nice cooking at home. YouTube and career. Hit 50K on YouTube. We are so close. And I knew I was gonna hit this at some point this year because I think I went into the year at like 46K or something, or 40 something. So it'll be really nice. This is the only milestone goal I have on my channel because I just want to be happy with whatever happens this year. So knowing that I'm hitting 50K at some point, maybe in the next couple of months, will just make me feel like I am in a good place, I think, with like the growth of my YouTube channel. I don't need to like reach so much. So 50K will be the only thing that I'm aiming for. Post more short form lifestyle content. Yes, I've been really good about that on Instagram. You guys should definitely follow me there because I've been doing a lot of intentional short form content and it's been so much fun. So definitely on track with that. Work with one small business each quarter. I did actually reach out to 3 companies that I want to work with in Q1. So I'm on track with that. And lastly, maintain a healthy work-life balance, of course. Work has actually been kind of hard lately, my 9 to 5, just like with timing and stuff, but it's fine. I'm still maintaining a good work-life balance. I just feel like the days are kind of like hard right now, but I guess that's normal. Lastly, financial, maintain a budget every month, save $15,000 and accurately track my sinking funds. I'm on track with all these things, and I do really briefly to end off the annual goals. I did change the budget that I'm using for 2025 because I ended up going back to Selena's template. It's just a template that I know so well, and I actually helped her a little bit with the updates that she wanted to make for her new template that she released this year. It's like a refreshed version of her template that she made a couple years ago. I used her template all of last year, like I know how it works, and so feeling like I have like an updated version of the template that I already used is just honestly, that's like what I wanted. I tried my best to try a new template just for the sake of doing something different. There were just little things about the template that I didn't like, or it just like didn't make sense to me, or it just didn't feel like intuitive. It was kind of too much. So I went back to Selena's template, and I'll give you guys like a sneak peek here. This is like the example template sheet that she provides to help you understand how to use the template. And it is so nice. It's all I talk about with my friends. It is not too late to start a budget. And I think it's just really important to be aware of where you're spending your money. The only way you can really do that, at least for me personally, is actually tracking every single expense. I do make exemptions for when I pay for something in cash because I really rarely ever do that. I try my best to put everything on my credit card. And if I have like gift cards, I won't really track that because it's not really my money that I'm spending or like that I need to pay back. And then like Venmo transactions, I don't really put that on there because I don't put when they come in, so I don't put when they come out. So it's not too late, you guys. You guys. You have to get this budget. It's also such a good budget. It is the singular template that got me to start budgeting all of my money last year, and I budgeted every single month last year. So if that's not enough, I do have a discount code. Code is Jenna25, and you guys should definitely use it. It's so good. And that's everything I'm gonna say for my annual goals. This is how everything is looking. We're not checking anything off, but I think it's good to just look at them together because when we do start checking things off, like if you guys watched the Plan With Me series last year, once we get to like April, we're starting to check stuff off in the annual goals, and it's just so nice. And I do have areas here where I put like half year progress to make sure that it's just like habits that I'm working on, not necessarily reaching certain things. I tried my best to balance everything with like a mixture of that. Here's how things are looking. Nothing to check off right now, but I don't care. It's okay. Okay, February, Korean review, morning and night routines, community workouts. That actually reminds me, there is another goal that I want to add to my February goals, so we'll get to that. But first, let's go to our monthly goals and reflections sheet. Okay, before we go to our February goals, let's go to our archive and 2025. And then these are the January goals that we ended up doing. This is what I said in the beginning of the video, you guys. I had checked off basically all of these goals except for start a 75-day challenge, but the month just wasn't that good. And I was trying my best. Like, I think I didn't sulk in the bad moments, which is good, but the weeks were just kind of hard the last couple of weeks, especially. I just want to acknowledge that it can be true that you check off all of your goals and I'm like getting things done. I'm taking control of my life. You can still have bad days. And I think that's okay. That's like what makes us human. Like, I'm not like a productivity machine. And even if I get everything done, that like doesn't mean because I get everything done, I will have a good day. We just have to try our best with whatever happens. So I'm still really proud of myself. Okay, let's go through each goal though. Personal, read one book, you guys. We'll update this together, but I actually read 2 books in January. I'm so proud of myself. And we're gonna go down to talking about our health and fitness goals, because the one reason why I was able to read 2 books in the month of January was not only because The Vegetarian was kind of a short book. One of my January goals was to prioritize more walking. And so in my early morning routine, which you guys saw hopefully in a different video, I have been trying my best to prioritize walking on the treadmill, using my Kindle and like my page turner so that I can walk and read at the same time. So yeah, I want to make sure that in February, I'm still making time for not only running, but also walking, because if I walk, then I can read. But I really do like running so much. So I'm going to try to balance doing both. Next, test out different journaling styles. Okay, it's not that I tested out a lot of different ones, but I already talked about the AM journal. I just think I'm a morning journal person over anything. Like, if I'm going to bed, like, I want to read. I don't really want to write. I feel like what's important is that I know the ways in which I like to journal. So figuring out that I like to do it in the morning time, I think is really good. Okay, health and fitness. I did not start a 75-day challenge, like I said, but I've been making really good healthy habits about, like I said, eating more at home. I've been cutting out sweets pretty well. Not 100% of the time, but I used to have like candy or something just like not good for me literally every single day. Not that there's anything bad with that. I just want to make some slightly healthier choices. So I've been only really having desserts if I like go out to a restaurant and every single person wants it, but I've been trying to also not go out to restaurants as much. And I've been eating my dates, like my dates and peanut butter. That's like my sweets, but it's like a healthier alternative. So I did not start a 75-day challenge, but I think I did make really good like habits and healthy steps towards my health and fitness goals. Start Pilates and strength challenge. I can't believe I started that in January because I'm actually on week 6 this week, the last week. I've been using this app called Form, and it's a yearly subscription of I think around like $72 was the deal that I got. There's a lot of different programs, but I just chose the Pilates X Strength 6-week program, and I'll be done with it this week. So I'm really proud of myself for starting it at all. I just wanted to get back to some sort of training, but not like all running. And I really like Form because they're all follow along workouts. So that has just been something that has been really nice to do because it feels very efficient, but I don't feel alone, and it's a lot cheaper than having like an Orange Theory membership, and it's just overall really nice. So I've been really loving that. And then like I said, I've been walking a lot more. Okay, Korean. Start like a Korean elementary level 6. Yes, I'm halfway through the class right now. I think this is technically week 4 out of 6. And I've been talking about them on all of my weekly vlogs and days of my life videos, work to live diaries. I talk about it pretty often, but I will leave a link in the description box to the course that I take because it's an online class and I just love it so much. Finish reviewing notes from past courses. That was something that I wanted to do in the beginning of the year for all of the stuff that I learned in 2024. I like transferred it over to my notebook that I'll be using for note taking in 2025. So I finished that, and yeah, it's definitely been a really good month with my Korean goals. Financial, just maintain my weekly budget and finalize my saving goals and sinking funds. I just wanted to make sure I had everything like all figured out because Thomas and I are actually going to Korea this year, but I also have a wedding to save up for and I also have a house to save up for. There's just a lot more things this year to save up for because like Korea is way more expensive to go to than like New York, for example. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that all of the funds were all set up so that I could use my budget every week, which I have been because it's literally the best thing ever. And then lastly, YouTube and career, balance daily vlogs with New Year's content and my morning routine video. I did do the morning routine video. I'll leave it linked in the description box. I love the video so much. It turned out really well, I think. And I really like just like the overall message I had for that video. And then balance daily vlogs with my New Year's content. I think I did a really good job with that this year. And I think New Year's content is the only type of seasonal content that I personally really like to even make at all. I don't like making seasonal content otherwise. So I just had a lot of fun doing New Year's stuff this year. It was just really nice. And it actually brought a lot of new subscribers to my channel too, which is really cool. Okay, those are all of our goals for January. We went through everything. I think it's really important to look back on how the month went, whether it's by goals or just talking about it, reflecting on it, because that's how we kind of get ourselves into the mind of what we want to accomplish in the next month. I feel like it just helps me be more self-aware. So here's my monthly goals for February. Okay, expanded, here's how everything looks. I think it's pretty similar to last month, just because I don't think goals really need to be very different. As long as we know what we want to accomplish by the end of the year, we can think about that every single month. So it's like we're kind of working on the same things so that we feel like we've grown a lot by the end of the year. At least that's how I see goals. So here's what we're hoping to do in February. I want to read one book. I'm 20% through of the book A Novel Love Story right now by Ashley Poston, and I really love it. I'm really hoping I can finish it. Well, the thing is I have to finish it because I borrowed it from my library on the Libby app, so I really need to finish it or else I'm gonna have to like buy it or borrow it again. But I waited like 6 months to borrow this book, so I need to finish it, but it's really good so far. That's my only personal goal. Next, for health and fitness, I have finished my 6-week Pilates/strength program. That's definitely gonna happen. So I just wanna make sure I'm like rewarding myself by making goals that I know I'll check off. And then I wanna start light half marathon training, just do a couple of long runs and I'll be okay. I've been maintaining maybe like 10 to 15 miles a week of running as of right now, just because I really like running. But I am running a half marathon in March. I'm not racing it at all. I'm genuinely just like running it for fun. So I don't even care if I like walk and stuff. I just want to make sure though that like my body is so that I don't get injured. So I want to do a couple of long runs, but then I also want to put here community workouts. Do one community workout because that was one of my February focuses in my annual goals, like monthly breakdown. So I do want to do one community workout this month. I do already have one in mind, so hopefully we can check that off. Korean, I want to do Anki at least 4 times a week once my class finishes. I didn't want to make a goal this time of like finishing my class. I just know that the class will be done. Overall, I just want to make sure that I'm studying my Anki vocab because I have all of my vocab from all of the classes that I ever took from last year's classes, and then I do have the vocab that I've been learning in this class, and the vocab is definitely building up. So I just want to make sure that I'm studying it so that I don't forget the vocab because I just need to remember it, you know? So yeah, okay. Financial goals, maintain my budget once a week. And then, I do want to count my no spend days. Sometimes I feel like though no spend days are counterintuitive because if I like want to have a no spend day, but I think of something that I need like groceries or I don't know, a gift or something, I just kind of feel like when I do spend the next time, I spend like a lot more. So I don't really know how I feel about the no spend days. Like I don't really know if it's going to help me, but I'm going to try to count it this month and just we'll reflect on that at the end of February. Lastly, for YouTube and career, I want to make a night routine video and then I want to prepare my content ahead of traveling because I will be traveling at the end of February. So I just want to make sure it's all prepared so that I'm all ready and I don't have to be working too much while I'm on vacation. But I do already take off one video a month. So yeah, I'm going to try to take advantage of the one video off this month to get ahead a little bit so that I can be prepared by the time I come back from traveling. So I'm going on like a family vacation. Okay, those are all of my February goals. I feel like I kind of breezed by them compared to everything else, but I've just been talking about a lot of things. I hope you guys like these goals. Next, let's go to very quickly before we go to Rella, that will be last, but let's go to our books and media because I need to update this, I think. The Vegetarian is by Hong Kong and I finished it. I think I finished it in the beginning of the month. I'll double check, but I don't really care if this is like inconsistent. I did not like this book. I'm gonna give it like 2 stars. No, I mean, it was like fine. No, I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I just didn't enjoy it. It's not even a thriller/mystery. It's like a thriller/horror book and I don't like books like that. I'm glad I read it though because this author won the Nobel Prize in 2024 and she's a Korean author. So I do think like her writing is very good. It's just really not my style of book. So at least I did something different and didn't just read like a silly little romance, but The Vegetarian was just really not my type of book. I almost didn't finish it, but it was really short. So I was like, fine, I'll just finish it. So that's The Vegetarian. And then another book that I read, I didn't even talk about it. I don't know how I didn't talk about it. I think it's because I read it like in less than a week because I was walking so much that week because I wanted to read the book. I read How to End a Love Story. And I finished it, I think, maybe like over here. It is such a good book, you guys. Her name is Yulin Kwong, and this was a little love story, but it was not a silly little love story. There was like spice in it. And I did not know, you guys, that there was gonna be any spice in this book. It was a book from like an Asian author, and I think I liked the cover. I don't think I had even seen a lot of people talk about it, but I just got off the wait list on Libby. And so I was like, oh, perfect. Like I just finished The Vegetarian. I need to read another book that's like light. I mean, it was kind of light, but it was also like, I would say it was like pretty spicy. I would give it like a 4.5 out of 5 on like the ratings for the spice level, which is not even something I like usually read. I loved it overall. It was such a good book. I loved it. Like the chemistry between the 2 characters was so good. And like the circumstances are very unique too. I don't want to give anything away because it's literally in like the first chapter, but I didn't know what the book was about at all. I just went into it like hoping I would like it and I absolutely loved it. And fun fact, Yulin Kwong is the screenwriter for the movie People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, which as you guys see, I actually read that in 2023. It's the one of 2 Emily Henry books that I've ever read. So yeah, that was just really cool because I did read that book and I love Yulin Kwong. She's just a really good writer, and it was the perfect book for me to read after The Vegetarian. So yeah, and then let me say a novel love story. That's what I'm reading right now. I haven't finished it yet, and it's by, who's it by? Ashley Poston, who wrote 7 Year Slip. That was the last book I read in 2024 and I loved it. So I do love this so far too. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is how it's looking so far. I've literally read 2 books this year. Isn't that crazy? I don't usually do that. My goal is to read 10 and my current progress is 2. That is the Books and Media Hub. Lastly, let's go to our rella so that you guys can see what content to expect in February. Okay, this is my rella. This is the content planning tool that I use. I've talked about this way too many times. I do have a discount code. I believe it's Jenna 30 for 30% off all plans, both monthly and annual. I have the annual one just because I think you save a little bit more money that way. This is what I use for all of my social media management. This is how I run my business. And this is the way that I'm able to like stay in check. When I think about my life, it's like content that will stress me out the most. So investing in a platform like this where I can plan things out, I can post things straight from Rella, I can like auto post and schedule stuff. It is just so nice. I can put deadlines for myself. So I am working with a bunch of brands in February, not just on YouTube, but also on Instagram. So I just want to make sure I have all of the like preview dates and stuff ready. And yeah, this is just like what keeps me feeling in check with everything. So these are the videos that you guys can expect for the rest of the month. I have the February Plan With Me video that you guys are watching right now. The next video will be a new month reset vlog, but it just turned into like a days in my life video because I filmed it all last week and I wasn't having a good week. So you'll see that. And then we have a Work to Live diaries. That's a brand deal video. I have my wedding series video, which I'm really excited for. That's planned for the middle of the month. And I'm going to talk about like wedding venues and just things that I've done so far out because I'm actually over a year out from our wedding. But in February, ideally, we're starting the wedding series. And then Work to Live diaries, that will just be a normal work week in my life video. And then our night routine video will be in February too. I can't wait to do the night routine because my night routine is like my favorite thing of like my whole day. I love my mornings, but like my night routine I feel like is like what preps my mornings. So I'm really excited to make that video too. And then my video off will be towards the end of the month. And then I have a March Plan With Me video, and that's like when I'll prepare a lot of stuff because I'll be gone towards the end of February. So that's the content that you guys can expect. I also have my brand deals planned for February too for short form, which is good. I won't go into too much detail until after. In January, this is how stuff looked before, just all of my videos and stuff and my venue tours. It's so nice having Rella for this reason because I can just copy everything over and it's like so much easier to auto post and repost on other platforms. I love Rella for that reason. And then there's also the board view here if you're curious how that looks. But like I said, I like to be on the calendar view the most. And let me know if you guys have any questions too about how to use Rella or like anything specifically when it comes to Rella. I do think it's worth it, especially if you're working with multiple people, whether you have an assistant, if you're a social media manager managing other social media accounts. I think Rella is just like there's nothing like it on the market. And I think it's genuinely worth the subscription. It's something that I did pay for before I was even an ambassador or an affiliate with them. So I love Rella so much. And it's really improved immensely since I started using it in 2024. I've been using it for over a year now too. So I can definitely attest to how good it is of a platform. I'm going to end the screen recording here. That is officially everything for this monthly Plan With Me video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I'm really ready for January to end and I'm looking forward to everything that I have planned in February. I think it will be a very busy month, but hopefully it'll be the good type of busy. I think that's everything. I will see you guys in a new video very soon. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. I post new videos twice a week in 2025. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, but until then, miss you already.